certainly trends in technology, things like the economy, obviously, political and industry issues, our customers, our constituents. So there's a lot of crossover between GIS and Gov 2.0. So what makes up Gov 2.0? A lot of things. Basically, it's just information, and it's information in all these different forms, whether it's social media, web applications, varying forms of communication. It's all about the information. A lot of people equate Gov 2.0 with Web 2.0. Part of that's true. The web technology certainly enables government, and it creates government and allows it to be a platform. So think about government as this platform, just like Microsoft with the PC, Apple with an iPhone. When I think about Gov 2.0, I think about really 5 key areas. And so if you think about it, GIS plays really nicely into all these different areas. We have apps that support transparency, we have integration with social media, and I'll talk about those in just a minute. Transparency, this is definitely a new paradigm shift for our government. This promotes accountability. It's what we all want, right? So it's a way for us to get information quickly and easily from the government. And it builds trust between citizens and the government. GIS has a great role in that, in providing solutions and platforms for that communication between government and citizens, between legislators, and allows reporting on things like projects and expenditures, and all the stuff we want information about from our government. It's also about collaboration. Collaboration between governments, between citizens, between academia, between businesses. And it's this collaboration that allows for effective decision making. GIS is a great tool that facilitates that. Also crowdsourcing in VGI, or volunteer geographic information. Essentially with GIS, we're turning every citizen into a sensor, allowing them to collect data in a systematic fashion that we can then categorize and display back and report on. I'll let you read this quote here. Social media is also a big part of Gov 2.0. When you think about social media, it's really about conversation. That's the most effective means of communication, is really conversation. And so being able to leverage that media is great. So this is just a look at the landscape of social media. We are familiar with some of these for social networking, but also applications for content sharing, to be able to rate and tag the information that's out there on the web, as well as filter the information that we want. We think about the major players in social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, of course, YouTube. These are not just single applications that people use. These all work together, and all the information is shared among all these different applications. GIS, again, a great fit for social media. It allows government to disseminate information about public works, where are street closures, where is work going on, but also about public safety. It's been used heavily over the last week or so with the different fires going on, as well as getting information out to the public on positive things like parks and recreation, events that are going on. We take a look at an example here. Social media was used to identify swine flu cases. Basically, it was identified that all of these students were on the same bus route, so they were able to quickly assemble information about all of the students that are affected. Another piece is cloud computing. There's a lot of misnomers around cloud computing. A lot of people have their own definitions. Really, it's all just about internet-based cloud or internet-based computing resources. Think of it as a light switch. You turn it on when you need it, you turn it off when you don't. So the cloud is a great platform for GIS by allowing all of this to come together. And it really goes beyond the typical desktop mapping and visualization that we've been doing for years. This opens up a lot of doors within GIS. Last is applications. This is really what GIS is about, is the software that we use to create this data and to display this data. Typical desktop applications, web applications, and now we have applications for executives, people that are non-GIS people, as well as mobile. Mobile devices now are getting smarter and smarter. They have GPS capabilities, they have phone capabilities, they have video capabilities, and so it's a great mechanism for utilizing GIS in the public space as well as in private and government. Here's some examples of some applications in action. iPhone applications to be able to find out where projects are going on in my community. Applications to be able to submit service requests. There's a pothole in front of my house. My stop signs ran over. And then the typical ones we think of for emergency management. So we've come a long way with GIS, from data creation and digitizing to mapping analysis, making mashups for that transparency as well as crowdsourcing. Where's it going in the future? Hard to say, but I think it's a pretty exciting time to be involved in geospatial industry.